Good morning. It's currently 8:30. I got out of bed at a better time this morning. In fact, I got out of bed at about 7:10, and I slept very, very well. Yesterday, what did we? This could be a bit hair-raising. Yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Yesterday was a beautiful day, absolutely beautiful day. I did see the temperature sensor in the car, and it was reading 25 in the late afternoon, so that was absolutely splendid. Well, what did we do? So, we went to the Moors Centre. So the Moors Centre is basically, self-explanatory, and that is in Danbury as well. So that was just outside of Danbury, and that was incredible actually. So got a little wooded area that you can walk around in. It is very much fun for the kids, so if you do have children, pop there because they'll be entertained. So that was pretty good. And then we tried to find, there was a Victorian, it's like a Victorian house or Victorian museum, that was it. And basically we found the house, but it looked like it had not closed down, it was just all shut up, as in terms of it wasn't like open for the public. So, and that is where, so that was the same village as where that railway line was, and we were under the bridge and we were looking at the river. So that was there, and then so we ended up coming back, and we ended up coming to a beautiful little place which we'd come across before already, but we never stopped. Rosedale Abbey. We didn't stop at the Abbey. The whole place is just called Rosedale Abbey, and we had a what did I have? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, I had a cider. Oh, that was beautiful. A chilled cider, and some chocolate cake as well. So diet's going very, very well. And then we just took a slow drive back. Today is supposed to be a hot one, even up here, even in sunny Yorkshire. So this is what it looks like at the moment. There we go, look at that. There's the sun. There we go, there's the sun. So, and it's supposed to be, I think down south, it's supposed to be about 30 odd degrees. Now, I don't know what it's supposed to be up here. I think in the very high 20s. So in the very high 20s, so obviously we're going to try not to sit in the sun too long. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but obviously bugs everywhere. So obviously I know the older generation don't quite like it. So I mean, so we'll be just trying to not find shade, but obviously not just spend so much time in the sun. So we're going to go to just going to do what we done yesterday and just basically visit some I think villages and things like that, and then potentially work our way to the beach, not to intentionally sit in the sun, and then do that. This is where I'm going, and I think I'm going to try to get down to Levisham station if I don't slip or anything like that. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. So it's just going to be another lazy one. I think possibly tomorrow we're going to go to York station, or just York in general. I think it's York in general. I think we might be catching the train there, just because obviously it won't be so hot as today, and obviously walking around a town or a city, it's going to get quite warm. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try and get to Levisham station. So see you soon. Say good morning, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
Morning. We've discovered where we're going. We are going to Filey, which is just south. Is it just south of Scarborough? Dad?
Close enough.
It is close enough. So what we've done, so you saw me on a walk. I was getting down to Levisham station. I didn't achieve that because close to the bottom of the path, where it levels out on the same level as the railway line, there are a load of cows and their calves, and if anyone knows about cows, you don't get in the way when they've got calves, or just get in the way of cows in general, because when they've got calves they can be very, very defensive. So I thought, what a waste. Well, my first thought was what a waste of time that was going down that hill, and secondly I just thought I'll leave it. So as I was coming back up the hill, I just left the cows because I loaded behind a load of trees, just about to go into the opening, and the opening is where the cows were. Just as I turned around and started heading back up the hill, all the cows stood up. So I thought, uh-oh, what have I started? So yeah, so I managed to get up the hill, and I was a ball of sweat at the top of it. I actually had to have a breather for about 5 minutes on the bench. So yeah, so I didn't achieve that, which is a bit of a shame. But I think if that is I'm not fit. That's what it is. I'm not fit. You saw how steep it was. It was very, very steep, wasn't it? So yeah. And we've done a little bit of shopping. There is actually a market day in Pickering as well. So we were going to go and see that, but then we thought, actually, you know what? We'll go and see Filey. So that is where we're off to. So and we'll see you soon.
As long as you only know it's focusing on what you see.
How can I pass this view and not show you? Welcome back. We are 8:30 in the morning, and it is the 1st of July already. That's right, already. So what did we do yesterday? So basically we done a bit of food shop in the morning, and then we actually ended up going to Filey, which is a few miles south of Scarborough. Don't have a massive amount of shops there, considering how big it is, how big Filey is, but it's got a massive seafront, and the beach is enormous. Completely sand beach. It is absolutely beautiful. I think when the tide comes fully in, it does completely and utterly cover the sand. But honestly, when the tide goes out, it's almost breathtaking. It really is incredible. So we didn't do really any lounging around or anything like that. You saw us have some fish and chips. We just went for a walk up the promenade, the concreted promenade, and then we come walking back. So, but I mean, by the time we come back, it was a a good few hours. So obviously, we had to sit down for a couple of minutes and things like that. The weather was absolutely stunning. It really was. I did get a little bit burnt. I did. So my back's a little bit red, and so my front arm's a little bit tan. So now I've got to look after it. But today we are going to York. That is right. And York means one thing, that we are going to go to the National Railway Museum. That is correct. And if we don't, I am going to cry like a baby. So we're going to go to York today. It's the only thing I actually know. We're going to catch the park and ride in. So we're going to park in the park and ride closest to the one to us. I think it's only about a 30-minute drive, so that's not that bad at all. We're going to catch the park and ride in, and then we're going to have a mooch around and everything like that. And I'm really looking forward to today. The temperature-wise, it's a lot cooler than it is yesterday, which is nice, because I feel like that if we were walking around York amongst the buildings, it would be a lot hotter, because obviously there's no wind. But yesterday, as you heard, there was quite a bit of wind about. As soon as you get to that seafront and it's completely open, the wind really does pick up, but so it just cools it down a little bit. So that is what we're doing today, and that is about it. Obviously I ain't going down there again to Leversham Station, or however you pronounce it, because I don't want to be trampled on by cows. So yeah, so that's the reason why I've left it. So so hopefully next time you'll see us, I'll be either in the car, actually I'll probably be driving, so you won't see me in the car, is when we're in York. So see you soon. And welcome to the National Railway Museum and the 9F Evening Star. You think of all that technology that sits in there, we could now do off our phone. Now remember, if you need to remove the body shell, you have to remove those first. Imagine having that on your layout. Obviously we're still at the National Railway Museum and it's incredible. This is free to get in. Obviously I would always say, like, you know, buy something at the shop or something like that, you know, rather don't donate money. It really, honestly, is so good. And it's a treasure trove through, there's like another little shed over there. There we go, in there. And it is just, it's scattered with like models, live steam trains, all like 5-inch O gauge, whatever, ships. It's just, they've literally got everything in there, and it's such a treasure trove. It really, really is. It really is phenomenal, and it's just, I could spend days in it, like analysing every little thing, but we don't have days, unfortunately. We've only got 2 days left. So, but honestly, if you ever have the chance, if you're ever in York, come here, because it is phenomenal. It really, really is. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Currently half eight on the Wednesday. That's right. The week is flying past, unfortunately. Hope you're doing well. Yes, we're back here again. There we go. Look at that. Oh, stunning view. You've got the clouds as well. You've got the clouds just drifting over the hillsides there. Right, what did we do yesterday? Wow, as you've already seen, we went to the National Railway Museum, and oh my word, what an incredible day. So, obviously it's free administration, so you can just walk in. Obviously they do a count. I mean, I didn't technically donate, but I did buy 2 books and a magnet as well, just to show my appreciation of going in there for free. One was actually, well, you see the picture, how to make your N-gauge railway more realistic. Don't worry, I'm not going into N-gauge, don't you worry about that. But no, I just thought, you know what, the book actually looked quite interesting, just like scanning through it. And the other one was just a little book, almost a booklet, on the class 56 and the class 58 as well. And I just went through it and I got a bit of inspiration. Not that I need any more because I've got loads of wagons as it is. But yeah, no, it was actually, there was a picture in there basically of what I'm achieving. I'd seen it before, but I can't remember where, and obviously seeing that and the number of the loco as well. So it's obviously a 56, so, and that's as far as I'm going to go with it. And honestly, what an incredible day. It's changing a lot there. So they've got rid of now the workshop. So you used to be able to walk up onto a balcony and view the workshop. So the last time we were there, they were working on, I couldn't even remember, it was a Deltic, I think, a BR Blue Deltic, and I think they might have had Sir Nigel Gresley there. So I'm going back quite a few years. I think it was probably 2019. I could be wrong on that. I know Gresley was up there, but it's been so many years, so, and I've been up there so many times as well. So yeah, look at this mist. Look at that. How beautiful does that look? Right, yeah, so they've actually got rid of that completely and utterly gone. It's sort of like, I think it's predominantly for children and young adults. I didn't go in there, actually, to be fair. You do have to pay to go in there, so maybe like a learning centre and things like that. It looked pretty impressive, actually, to be fair. So, and what they've done is, by the looks of it, they've concreted over the tracks. So all you see is the tops of the track. So that's a little bit of a shame. So I don't know where that's moved to. If you know where that's moved to, obviously let me know. And the other thing that we couldn't get to was, there was another one where I'm sure you walk through a passageway under the road into a big engine shed, but it's got like platforms in there, and it's got like carriages and things like that. It's got like a royal carriage in there and other older steam trains. I'm sure they had the class 86 in there, or A86 in there, one of them, you know what I mean. And so we couldn't get into there. So, but like I say, a lot of it is changing. I don't know for the better or not. I mean, like I say, the workshop had disappeared, and I enjoy watching that. But then obviously it's more economical to be elsewhere. Then so be it. There wasn't. Now, some of you might be able to correct me on this. The Deltic, the first prototype Deltic, the BR Blue, not BR Blue, the sky blue one, that wasn't up there, and I'm not too sure what that is. I know probably some of you are shouting at me saying, "Oh, it's such and such." I want to say, is it Shildon? I don't know. It could be there. But what I was going to say is, I've actually got a model for it, and as you probably know, Bachmann holds. Do they hold the license for it or something like that? I don't know how it works out. So they've got the license to produce that particular loco. So the prototype Deltic, but they've also got a sound variant in there. They had a little model shop, and you know what, it was actually quite amazing because they had some really lovely stuff there. Despite having very few products, the products were really good. It's got, like, obviously prototype Deltic, sound as well. You had the Accurascale Deltic, had the Accurascale 31, even had Cavalex in there as well, so which was actually incredible. And yeah, it was just so nice. It was really, really good. What didn't they have on there? They have changed it as well. So the point work leading into the workshop, they've put a calf on that now. So there's a cafeteria on that. So they've got 2 cafes on there because I think obviously when in the height of summer it does get very busy. What else? Don't know where the class 40's gone. That's vacated as well. But I mean, honestly, it was such an incredible day, and it's been so many years since I've been up there. And they've got a, I want to say, I don't know the tops number or anything like that, but they had the first generation of the container wagon. So you remember, like the first type of container wagon that they ever produced with the Freightliner containers on it. They had one of those there, and it had it wasn't a container, but it was a box on the back of the wagon. So when the container train reverses back, obviously you look out the back. There's someone in the back and obviously guiding the driver when they're reversing. So yeah, well worth a visit. Honestly, it's absolutely incredible. And then we had. Then we walked through York just for a little bit. It wasn't a massive amount, to be fair, because obviously we were predominantly there for the trains. I didn't see any freight trains because they've got a little viewing platform at the York Museum looking over the end part of the station. So I did see is it a Voyager, Pendolino, I don't know. So I saw that leave. I managed to film that, and I did see an NYMR, a Zoomer I think. That went past, but I didn't film that. So well worth a visit. Absolutely incredible day, it really is. So went to bed, got back, went to bed. Oh blimey, quite late actually last night. It was we were watching tennis. Who were we watching? Novak Djokovic. He won, so yeah, that's good. A really good match actually. So watched that. I was out of bed by about, I don't know, 7:15, and then yeah, and this is what greets us today. So it's a little bit. It's been raining last night, but the advantage is it's obviously freshened things up. So yeah, so it's really nice, but it's not raining as of the moment. It's a little bit misty. It's it's a very lovely ambient. So yeah, so it's really nice. What we're up to today, I ain't got a clue. I really don't have a clue, because obviously, not so much we're winding down, but obviously, you know, we're not rushing around. Well, we didn't rush around anyway, so that makes no sense. But yeah, whatever we're going to do, I'm going to bring you along with me. So enjoy this. Hello, currently 1:15 on the Wednesday the 2nd, and so basically this morning we have gone to a couple of garden centres just to basically just kill time, do some relaxing stuff, nothing too strenuous. And you join me at the highest point of Pickering Castle. I have no idea what type of castle it is or anything like that, but it's very much of a ruin, but it is impressive. Look at this view. If you need the toilet, that is where you go.
It's got to have it all in it.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Currently 10 to 9 and I've been walking for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. What a beautiful day. Look at this. How gorgeous is that? Look at that, just little whiffs of cloud. Absolutely beautiful. What did we do yesterday? Well, I think we're sort of winding down. That's what we're doing. So yesterday we went to a garden centre, had steam trains running around on like a top shelf. It was like almost like a G gauge, and it was absolutely incredible actually, to be fair. And apparently I did ask the waitress, you know, what's with the train theme, and apparently she said the place next door used to do something with trains or locos. She wasn't 100% sure, but it was to do with trains. And so obviously they've continued the train theme, and I thought that was a lovely little touch, seeing that train go round. So yeah, so we stopped off there. That was first thing, and then we went to, it was actually a farm shop, a very big farm shop, and it was so big in fact it had a 7¼ inch gauge railway in there as well. So we only had a little look around there because obviously we'd been tea'd and coffeeed out already, so we didn't need to stop there, but we just had a little look round. And then what did we do? Oh, we stopped off at Thornton Le Dale. Just had a little wander around there, and then before you know it, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and we headed back. So yeah, we headed back. What did we have for dinner? Did we have dinner? No. We also went to, is it Dalby Forest? I don't know how you pronounce it. Spelled with a D-A-L-B-Y or something or other. And so yeah, so we went there. That was absolutely, that was incredible. Last time I went there was about, I'm at least 19 now. No, it was quite a few years ago. When we first come to Yorkshire, we took a massive bike ride, or it felt to me like a massive bike ride. Oh look, a little mini bird of prey over there, not that you can see it because you're looking at me. And yeah, so we went there, we drove there, and we had a breakfast, so that was basically our dinner. And yeah, that was really nice. That was. They do like e-bike mounting, bike hire, so you can hire a bike if you wish, and we didn't. So, but no, it was really nice. And then we drove round. Look at the cows. We've got cows in the shed. Then we drove round the forest itself, and then we left. Exited. Smells very funky now. And then after the drive round, we ended up coming back to the cottage, and then we basically just relaxed, and that was about it. Oh yeah, did you see the animals? How incredible was that? That was absolutely phenomenal. They got within about 3 meters of me. They were dancing around the gravestones and play fighting with each other. It looked absolutely incredible. It really did, and that's the first time I've ever experienced that. I'm not too hot up on my animals, and I'm sure I'll find later, but as of this precise moment, I don't know what they were. And so if you do know, please write in the comments below. All I'm going to say is I'm pretty sure they weren't a horse. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty sure they weren't like horse-like. So, but yeah, absolutely incredible. It really was to see. Well, as you know, it's our last day. It's our last day. Everything, all good things come to an end, but there shall be new doors opening, newer, bigger, better doors, and I can't wait. So, obviously, whatever we do today, I will take some little videos as well. So whatever we do, I'll see you very soon.
Some of the most important alterations to the castle were carried out by Edward Manners, the third Earl of Pickering. As well as by
Welcome to Helmsby Castle, and it is a measly 900 years old. That is correct, 900 years old. And I'm just listening to some of the history.
our next audio point is
And what you're just about to see is the West Tower. It was built by Robert de Roos between 1190 and 1200, and it was provided private rooms for the Lord and Lady. It's obviously, just to clarify, you would have had floors. Look at all the fireplaces Look at that. Fireplace 1, 2, little doorway. See where the floor was. There's another door. Various doors up there as well. And look at all the fireplaces there. Just breathtaking. See all those windows? Bricked up? That, ladies and gentlemen, is because during the 17th and 18th century there was a thing called window tax, and even the wealthy had to pay it. Hence why that you'll find many of the windows bricked up. So obviously less windows, less window tax.
Of the tower, you can see these different stages in the different coloured stone. Let's now.
And the reason why this tower is missing the other half of it is because there was a battle in 1644, I think, involving Oliver Cromwell, and basically it was a battle whether the UK or England should be ruled by Parliament or a king, I think. And how you see it today is how it was left. So after the battle, after parts of the tower was destroyed, Oliver Cromwell's army basically destroyed as much as they could the part that was facing the town. Why? Because obviously then it showed that they had power. Oliver Cromwell's army had power, and that is why you see this part, the town facing wall and the tower, partly destroyed. Well, it is 7:10, not in the morning, but in the evening. The sun is setting for the last time that we're on holiday. Well, where has that last 2 weeks gone? It's been absolutely incredible. It really has. Weather, you know what, it's been absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's rained a couple of times. It rained yesterday while we were walking around the forest. But you know what? That don't matter. We were showered, we were having breakfast and things like that. So, but other than that, that is literally about it in terms of actual rainfall. It'd been drizzling a couple of times, but nothing to cry about or anything like that. So, I mean, what have been the highlights? I mean, obviously, I'm into train, so you know what I'm like, so you know what I'm going to say. Obviously, the Pickering, sitting behind the Class 37, absolutely incredible. Honestly, feeling that in your chest was just brilliant. It really was. And obviously, walking around the sheds at Growmount. And then what else? Even just driving through random places. Like, what was it, Rosedale Abbey, just stopping off there for, you know, coffee, cakes, etc. What else? Even Hutton Le Hole is just another beautiful place. The same with Thornton Le Dale. It's just absolutely brilliant, it really is. And then obviously visiting TMC, that's it, the model centre. That was in Beckhole, so that is in a very random place. Not in a random place, but in a very remote place. Incredible shop, really is incredible. What else? What did we do today? We visited Helmsby. I'm sure that's how you pronounce it. I went to the castle. The others had tea and a coffee, etc. But I went to the castle, and that was incredible. It was only 900 years old, you know. So I mean, that's, you know, just casual. Quite incredible, really. Like the power that they had back then. So it got destroyed in, what was it, 1665 or 1645, when Cromwell basically had a little battle. Obviously Cromwell won. I think it was Cromwell. And yeah, it's phenomenal. And obviously they done that as a basically a statement in destroying it and showing the power that they have. So yeah, that was incredible today. And then we also went to where did we go? Pickering Castle as well, which is in a bit more of a state than Helmsby Castle. And then it's just been absolutely incredible. It really has. Like I say, weather's been good. Everything's been amazing. It really has. And obviously, like I say, I'm into trains, so I loved the National Railway Museum. I loved walking around there, seeing the trains up close and personal. And you just don't realise how big they are when you're actually on ground level with them. Obviously, when you're at Pickering, you're obviously on the platform, so you don't really get that sense of scale. But being at the National Railway Museum. It's just been absolutely brilliant. It really, really was. And I would recommend everywhere, because Yorkshire, well, everywhere, most places in the UK, it is beautiful. It really, really is. So, for basically, I just want to say a massive thank you for joining me on this journey. Obviously, I know it's not the usual unboxings or anything like that, but they will be returning very, very soon. I have, as it stands, 2 lots of wagons. We have a cow. We have a cow there. He's going to join in. We have 2 lots of wagons, at least at the moment. Say 2 lots of wagons, 2 freight trains, let's say. Some certain Daypole JHAs maybe, and certain ICI wagons. Both not quite full length, but the ICI is full length, and I do plan on getting more Daypole JHAs, 2 liveries as well. So yeah, so they'll be coming hopefully as and when I can do it, because obviously I'll be back to work and things like that, and just normal life things. But yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you for joining me on this journey, and please consider giving it a like and a subscribe. And until next time, I shall see you very, very soon. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll leave you with this view.